Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing this morning? This is Lonnie Hill with Lonnie Hill's Flatline Fitness. This is where we burn calories, we flatline fat, and we strengthen our hearts to be stronger, leaner, and better. We also learn nutritional facts in regards to eating healthier so that we can also live a healthier lifestyle. Boom. As you guys know, we've been talking about different body parts, different functions of the body, foods to eat, and things of that nature. Today, we're going to piggyback off of Tuesday's topic, which is the human movement system, because that's such a broad topic. I didn't want to put it all into one day. We also have one more day after this of the human movement system. But today we're going to talk about mechanical receptors, mechanoreceptors. Okay, let's see what these things are. Mechanical receptors are specialized structures that respond to mechanical pressure within tissues and then transmit the signals through the sensory neurons. Now, we talked about the sensory neurons. That's where you can sensory, basically touch, feel, and so forth from one surface to the next, and on and on and on, which helps your body to know what's going on, basically. These receptors, these mechanical receptors, respond to things such as touch, pressure, stretching, sound waves, and motion, and transmit impulses through the sensory nerves. And it seems like everything goes back to the sensory nerve, which makes perfect sense to me, because in order sometimes for you to touch something, you have to know what it is, or to see something, not sometimes, all the time. If you see it, touch it, whatever, helps you figure out what it is, and they're all senses. So that makes perfect sense to me. These receptors are located in the muscles, tendons, ligaments, and joint capsules. And they include muscle spindles, Golgi tendon organs, and joint receptors. Boom. Let's talk about what those are. I just got done working out, so y'all going to see me drinking my plant-based protein. It has beet juice, matcha tea, moringa, turmeric powder, 100% organic plant-based protein. Now, boom, that's what we're working with. Sorry about that. I think it's good too. Packed with a lot of vitamins and nutrients, protein, everything you need. Plant-based. So, boom. Let's talk about muscle spindles. Muscle spindles are sensory receptors within the muscles that run parallel to the muscle fiber, which are sensitive to change in muscle length and rate of length change. Basically, from a contraction to a contraction. From contraction to release. There it is. Boom. So, I guess, let's finish reading and see. When a muscle is stretched, when a muscle is stretched, so is the muscle spindle, which sends a signal to the CNS, central nervous system. Everything goes back to that nervous system. Remember that. That's why it's very important that you train that as well. Everything goes back to the central nervous system. It sends signals to the central nervous system in 1 to 2 milliseconds. This rapid response of the muscle spindles is designed as a protective agent to prevent from stretching too far and potential muscle damage, too far and too fast, and to prevent muscle damage. Basically, how I interpret that, the muscle spindles is a sensory nerve, that organ that sits parallel to the muscle. Boom. So when you contract the muscle, say you're doing a curl and you release, boom, curl, boom, boom. Sometimes when you move too fast or whatever, the muscle spindle, anytime that you contract, the muscle spindle is going to be activated. But when you move too fast, boom, the muscle spindle sends a signal to the brain, says, look, man, relax this dude, help this dude out so he don't injure himself from moving fast like he done lost his mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I interpret that. If my interpretation is wrong, I'm open for feedback. Let's go to the Golgi tendon organ. The Golgi tendon organ. These receptors are located at the point where the skeletal muscle fibers insert into the tendon and skeletal muscles. Okay, boom, let me show you guys what this is. That way we know. Okay, let's back up a little bit real quick though. Let's back up. Okay, we got your muscle spindles right here. You see that? Those are your muscle spindles sitting parallel to the muscle. Boom. Sitting parallel to the muscle. I got a camera up there too, that's why I did that. Now, we're talking about the Golgi tendon. Okay, you got your muscle, you got your tendon, and you got your bone. Okay, the Golgi tendon organ is right there. Boom, 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 right there on the ends. Boom. I don't know if you guys can see that. Kind of blurry, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. But boom, that's where it's at right there. Okay, let's see what these little things do. Boom. These things, the GTOs, formerly known as GTOs, are sensitive to change in muscular tension and rate of the tension change. Okay? So, muscle spindles are sensitive to the length change. Golgi tendon organs are sensitive to the tension placed on the muscle, basically. So, activating this Golgi tendon organ will cause the muscle to relax. So once you activate these things, even though you're working, that Golgi tendon is making sure that your muscle relax like it's supposed to, which prevents the muscle from excessive stress and possibly injury. So that Golgi tendon, in my interpretation, is the protection tool. So when you're in the gym and you putting all this tension on your muscle, you know, you going hard, you giving it everything you got, you know, boom, 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 that Golgi tendon is allowing that muscle to actually relax at the same time, so that way you don't sustain an injury or muscle tear or whatever. Now, it happens from time to time, you know, when you move your body in ways that it's not supposed to move or isn't designed to move and whatnot. So, you know, things like that happen. But for the most part, you know, that's what the Golgi tendon does, and that's what it does. Boom. Now, let's go to joint receptors. Okay, joint receptors are located in and around the joint capsule, and they respond to pressure, acceleration, deceleration of the joint. These receptors act as signals, extreme joint positions, and thus help to prevent injury. Okay, boom. So you guys, there's a lot of things within our body, you know, that we do, that we have as a, I want to say, defense mechanism against injury. This is what it is, you know. And you have to, just like you have to feed your body right, all that plays a role in the way, the things that you eat, and the activities that you involve yourself in on a day-to-day basis. You know, and that's what's up. So that was the topic today. The mechanical receptors. We got the GTOs, which is Golgi tendon organs, muscle spindles, and joint receptors. And all this stuff goes back to the central nervous system, basically the nervous system. You know what I mean? The nerves and things like that is what help this stuff function the way that it's supposed to function, the way that it's designed to do that. So the entire body as a whole has to be healthy. It has to be on point, and you can train it to be on point. Matter of fact, let me say this real quick about nerves, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system obviously is the brain and the spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system is the nerves and stuff like that that connect the brain and the spinal cord to the rest of the body. Now, let me tell you how the body works. Why a lot of people, like when we come, let's talk about a chiropractor. A lot of people don't go to chiropractors or the hospital, the doctor, and get regular checkups unless something happens. They sustain an injury or whatever the case. Boom. Now, you know, the body takes a shift as you do your day-to-day activities. The body shifts, your spinal cord, it shifts, and things like that. And what happens, you have these nerves, these neurons, and things like that, that's connected to the spinal cord, the brain, that's connected to the rest of the body like this. And let's say you're the average person, you're very young, everything is working like it's supposed to be. You know, you're not sustaining it, you're not having to go through any bodily injuries or anything like that. Everything is perfect. Boom. Now, as your life goes on day to day, depending on the activities that you involve yourself in, the body may shift a little faster or whatnot. You know, that spinal cord, it goes like this. Boom. Or like this. Boom. Or like this. Your hip goes up depending on how you work. Boom. Depending on the activities that you involve yourself in. Your neck bone goes like this. Boom, excuse the French. Like this, boom. So your body is shifting. And while your body is shifting, your body is pulling on nerves. Like your spinal cord, when it shifts like that, it's pulling the nerves out of its original position. It's relaxing other nerves that aren't supposed to be relaxed. They're supposed to be equally tense. So boom. So when that happens, that prevents your body from functioning the way that it's supposed to function. It's not going to heal the way that it heals. Now, given age is a factor in the way that your body heals as you get older. However, when you sustain when these things happen and you don't go to the chiropractor regular or go get these regular checkups to know when this stuff is happening, then your injury may take longer to heal than the average person that does that. You know, that's just what it is. So those are the mechanical receptors for today in the human movement system. Appreciate you guys showing up. This is Lonnie Hill with Lonnie Hill's Flatline Fitness. This is where we burn calories, we flatline fat, and we strengthen our hearts. We learn nutritional facts so that we can live a strong and healthier lifestyle. Please like and share these videos on YouTube on the Lonnie Hill Flatline Fitness, Instagram Flatline Fitness 1, Facebook Lonnie Hill Flatline. Take care, God bless, and see you guys soon.